Hey everyone, how's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you another episode, Coffee with Coach. Hope you're up, doing well, got the mind in the right place. If not, as always, let's put it in the right place. So before I head up to the academy today, get a little workout in and teach some jiu-jitsu, I want to share with you guys something I kind of came across this morning. I've been listening to as I was taking my dogs for a walk and kind of doing my normal morning routine. And it really goes in with the episode I did yesterday about, your mistakes making you a better person and not dwelling on your mistakes and not making any moves because you don't want to make any more mistakes or feel any more pain. I want to share this podcast with you guys. So that's basically what I do all morning, is listening to this stuff for hours at a time. So this is a new channel, okay? This is a new a YouTube channel that I came across. It's Brad Lee, okay? Or maybe it's got to be Lee, but it's Brad and the last name is LEA okay? And the title is How Confidence Can Change Your Life, featuring Ed Milet. And then it's the Dropping Bombs podcast, episode 346. So when I clicked on this, in the very, very beginning of it, because I haven't listened to all of it because it's a little over an hour long, but just within the first few minutes really goes with the conversations I've had over the weekend at the Dallas Open with some students and friends or whatnot. And again, like I said, the podcast yesterday, or the episode I did yesterday about your mistakes, okay? So if you don't know who Ed Milet is, okay, last name is Mylett, okay? I've been listening to him for a long time as well. It's like all these guys, all these different people that I listen to, and they all got their own different way of all sharing the same thing. Like basically what I'm doing, but the way they say it or how they do it resonates with different people, right? So he's talking about his dad recently just passed away, okay? So Ed Milet, his dad, just recently passed away. And he's talking about how his dad won the second half of his life, okay? Meaning the first 40 years, I took some notes, he wasn't the greatest person. The first 40 years, okay? That's a long time. He was an alcoholic, he did drugs, and he said he wasn't the best husband or father. He goes, but he got sober. He left all the drugs, alcohol alone. And for the last 35, 36 years, he was this great person. And that's how he's going to remember his dad. And his dad helped hundreds of other people get sober as well. And so, your past, doesn't equal your future, and that's what I was getting at with the episode yesterday. We all make mistakes. We all say things and do things and just, some of the actions that we took, depending on where you're at in life. For me, in a couple of days, I'll be 46, okay? Maybe you're listening to this and you're like 20, okay? So you haven't really got to make that many mistakes yet. You're still haven't even really got into life yet. You got a long way to go. But maybe you did. Maybe you made a lot of mistakes so far. You're not happy with where you're at and what you're doing. And you can change that and make the rest of the time that you're here be the best that you can make it. And sometimes, like I was talking about yesterday, some people make so many mistakes that they think that that's who they are and that the way it's always going to be and nothing's ever going to change. So they give up. Like they basically just give up on life and they quit. And the reason I know all this is because I talk to so many people. Like I that's just part of my job of teaching jiu-jitsu. Is getting to know people. I'm a people person, so I ask a lot of questions. Why are you here? What made you want to learn jiu-jitsu? What brings you in? Why the change? What all of a sudden made you want to come in here and learn this stuff? And then the other information comes out. Oh, well, I was doing this, or I let myself go, or I did whatever, all the stories that I've heard. And they're looking for a change, and they're looking for a positive change. And somehow or another, they found our academy, and now they're making that change. So they're on the right path. And then for those that stick with jujitsu, they'll stay on that path, And then I've had some other students where they did really good for a long time and then they took a break and then they're right back to where they were at, if not worse. And that's heartbreaking because it's like you get so happy for people to see people do good in achieving things and then they go backwards, But it's the process that they have to take, unfortunately. So hopefully they'll make their way back to doing good things. So, winning the second half of your life, at least for me, like I said, I'm not the same person as I was in my 20s. I wouldn't say I was like some bad, horrible person and some troubled kid that was in and out of, juvenile or I don't know, whatever. But I'm definitely a better person because of the efforts that I'm trying to make to become that person, because I'm more self-aware of what I'm doing. Where before you're young and you just do stuff because of the people you hang around with, the atmosphere you're in, the environment you're in, where you grow up, just what's around you, and you just kind of follow suit and do the things what other people do because I guess it's just what you're supposed to do. Is what it looks like. Then you get older, time goes on, and you're like, man, yeah, I probably shouldn't be doing that, or I probably shouldn't have did that, or I probably shouldn't have said that, or man, and there's so many mistakes that you make that you have to forgive yourself for them, apologize, like I said yesterday in the episode, make the apologies that you need to make, apologize to yourself for the things that you've done to yourself so that you can free yourself up to go and do other things, great things. And I think that's where the biggest holdup is for a lot of people, is they're not apologizing to themselves or to the other people that they made, mistakes with. And they're holding that stuff inside so much that they can't move forward, man. Like they're literally frozen in time and standing still because there's so much pain there that they haven't forgave themselves for, and they won't let it go, that they just cannot move forward. So when I heard this episode this morning, this podcast, I was like, man, that's right along with what I was talking about to these friends of mine that made mistakes or making mistakes, and they feel like things just aren't going to get better, or that's who they are as a person. And here you got this guy for the first 40 years, was an alcoholic, did drugs, and wasn't the best husband or father, and his son is talking about I was there when my dad passed away, and he was a great person. There was a good person inside of him all along. It just took a while to come out. But the last half of his life was a good life, and he helped a lot of people and did a lot of great things, and that's how he will be remembered. So I just thought that was really fitting for what I was talking about yesterday. And maybe this hits home with you, maybe it doesn't. But if that is the case and it does hit home with you, again, like I said yesterday, make the apologies, make amends with yourself or the other people or the things that, whatever it is that's holding you back, that's keeping you from doing the things that you can do, you should be doing. Get that out the way. Free yourself of whatever guilt you got, and you can't change the past. All you can do is move forward, and that's it. And try to make up some kind of way the rest of the way with doing some good things. What you've done is what you've done. Same thing with me. Whatever I've done in the past, I can't go back and fix any of that stuff, man. All I can do is, try to do the things that I'm doing now and try to help as many people as I can through the platform of jiu-jitsu and everything else, through these episodes. And, hopefully there's, good things coming out of it. So I just thought that was some good stuff that I wanted to share and get out. So again, if you're just hopping on and you haven't got the beginning of this, oh man, I lost it. It's the dropping bombs. Okay, yeah. So the YouTube channel was Brad Lee TV, and then How Confidence Can Change Your Life, featuring Ed Milet, Dropping Bombs podcast. Check it out. It's good stuff. I just came across it today. Get that out to you, and hopefully that can help at least, jumpstart and get you moving in the right direction, So let's win the second half of our lives, guys. That's what it's all about. Let's get to it. All right, guys, I got to go. Got to get this workout in and get to jiu-jitsu class. You guys have a great day. I'll catch you on the next one. We'll see you.